Hi everybody, I'm Pia from Stitches and Scraps. Today I want to show you how to work a decrease in double knitting. Here I have a simple double knit swatch with blue on one side and green on the other side, and I'm going to show you how to work a decrease somewhere in the middle here. I've knit to the point where I want the decrease, and you can see that the side that I'm working on, the front layer is green and the back layer is blue. So these two green stitches, these are my front layer stitches that I want to decrease together. And these two blue stitches are my back layer stitches that I want to decrease together. So how do we do that when they're alternating? All we have to do is rearrange the stitches so that these two green stitches that I want to decrease together are next to each other, and these two blue stitches are next to each other. So let's do that. First, I'm going to slip the green stitch. Now notice, because I'm going to be knitting, all of my yarns are at the back. Both of my yarns are at the back. So with the yarn at the back, I'm going to slip the first front layer stitch. Okay, and just put it onto my right hand needle. If you're knitting left-handed, that'll be reversed. Now I need to get this one out of the way. So I'm going to grab a stitch holder or a cable needle or whatever I have, even a stitch marker, just to hold that stitch out of the way. So I'm going to grab that and take that off. And it just sits back there out of my way at the back of the work. And then I can put this slipped stitch back onto my left-hand needle. So now I've basically taken that center stitch out of the way and gotten rid of it. So I have two front layer stitches that I can do my decrease, and I can do whatever decrease I want to do. In this case, let's just do a knit two together. So I grab my front layer yarn and I knit two together. Okay. And that is the front layer decrease done. But now I still have to do that decrease on the back layer. So let's get this stitch that we took out of the way. And we're going to put this back onto our left-hand needle. Okay, I'm just slipping it straight off. The same way I put it on, I'm slipping it right back off. I was just holding it out of the way for a minute. I'm going to bring my yarns to the front because now I want a purl. And that's just because I'm doing stockinette. If you're doing a different pattern, you might be doing a different decrease. And now that I have my two back layer stitches next to each other, I can just do my decrease, whatever decrease I'm doing, which in this case is a purl two together, through those two. And now I've decreased in the front layer and in the back layer. And I can continue with my double knitting as I was. So this is what it looks like with my row complete. You can see one decrease here and the one decrease on the other side here. And that's how you do it with two stitches. But what if I wanted to decrease over more stitches? Like maybe I want to decrease over 3 stitches instead of just 2. Let's take a look at that. I've ripped back out to the point where I want to do my decrease. And now if I want to decrease over 3 or more, it works the same way for more, over 3 stitches, I want to get these 3 stitches next to each other, which means I need to move those 2 stitches out of the way. So I'll slip the front stitch over and I'll move the back stitch out of the way onto a stitch holder. Then I'll slip the next front stitch over and I'll move the back stitch out of the way onto a slip stitch holder. And you can see that now I've got 3 stitches next to each other in the front because I moved 2 stitches out of the way on the back. If I wanted more, I could keep going until I have all the stitches I want together, and then move them back to the left-hand needle. So now I've got my 3 stitches together, and I can do whatever decrease I want to do over these. I could do a knit 3 together, or let's do a slip 1, knit 2 together, pass the slip stitch over. Okay, and there's my front decrease. Now I've still got these stitches hanging out at the back. I can move these back over to my left-hand needle. And now I've got 3 back layer stitches, and I can do whatever decrease I want to do on those. Let's go ahead and just do a purl. Let's do a purl 3 together on those ones. So I grab my back layer yarn, I bring everything to the front, and I do my purl 3 together. And I'll finish the row and I'll show you what that looks like. So here you can see my double decrease over 3 stitches in the front, and here you can see my different double decrease over 3 stitches in the back. And that's how you work a decrease while double knitting. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up, share it with your friends, or leave me a comment. You can also subscribe to my YouTube channel for more great videos. Thanks for watching.